Soul Train.
Hey, well, hot diggity darn.
When the time comes to close the book on Phelps' 09 legacy, one cannot look away from the train wreck from two teams that have engulfed the league so far. If you've not been following the verbal beatdowns that have been flung over the last week, then you are surely missing an epic battle of wits, character, and pizzazz. The two teams in question are the Circuit City Silver Plans and the Georgia Chill Penguins. Now, when you hear these two teams in the same breath, it harkens to other great matchups in history, like Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, Freddy versus Jason, or the Corpus Christi Ice Rays versus the Boise Cerebral Mudbugs. So in other words, this is big. Only meeting once a year, the last time both teams laced up the boots to go mano-a-mano was in Week 12 of last year, where Penguins would embarrass the Surge Plans with an 84-48 thumping, and ultimately ending their dreams of playoff contention. So with a year to stew, would Surge Plans be able to put Chill Penguins on ice for their dastardly deeds, or would Chill Penguins once again put Surge Plans on permanent layaway? Leading into this short NFL week, there was a major smack talk going around between both teams. Mostly came from the mouth of the Surge Plans, who started off the week by saying, I quote, Let's do this. The Georgia Chill Penguins are riding a one-way pinch train to Whiplash Station this year. Woohoo, bitch. End of quote. Also adding on top of that with, stops will be at Miseryville, Wilmington, and Arrington Agnew Station. Thanks for riding Surge Plans Transit. End of quote. However, to not be outdone, Penguins retire with, and I quote, What are you doing next week? I hope you're free because you won't be in the playoffs. End of quote. So with the Bud Bowling at a crisp 100 Kelvin, we started off this week with Kevin Smith and Calvin Johnson for the Penguins, who would do mildly good with a combined 15 points. Adding during this game for Plans 5 points for Jennings as well. In the second game, Pens would get some good production from Zach Nora for 7 points, while Surge Plans would get 9 points from their stifling Cowboys defense. In the nightcap, Plans' love-hate relationship with the one Brandon Jacobs would turn to hatred once again as the Jacobs train derailed for only 5 points. So after the Thanksgiving Day games, the score was close, with Penguins had slightly 22-18 over Plans. With the 1 o'clock games, Plans would have to make the big moves that the majority of the players were playing in at this time. The Penguins' only player here was Steven Jackson, who would continue his good play over the last couple of weeks with 16 points. However, injuries would plague the Surge Plans from early on. Matt Ryan would go down early with a toe injury and not make a return, ending the day with 0 points and Plans souls. McCoy would have 11 points, but injury would strike once again as Deshaun Jackson would bow out early in the second half with an apparent concussion, ending his day also for only 10 points. So after this heartbreaking turn of events, Plans would need a miracle to stay ahead, which they were after the 1 o'clock games, 38-40. Penguins would get the needed firepower from the awful Bears-Vikings matchup and really put down the Plans. The Vikings defense alone would have 14 points, and also add in Gould's 4 and Bolden's 5. And we had a total of 61 points for Penguins. As with Plans, their only player would be Shenko, who would get a respectful 11 points in the contest. So after the Sunday games, we have a 10-point lead for Penguins at 61-51. Now, in the last-ditch effort to rally the troops, Plans would send in one final message out, and I quote, I hope you took out that Surge Plan because Kostalski is going to dismantle the Breezemobile Monday night. End of quote. Poor Plans. He must have been as crazy as Eddie Rentar to believe such a bottle of nonsense. Breeze would handily outscore Kostalski 34-4, leading to the final score of Penguins 95 and Plans 55. With the loss, Surge Plans are done in their playoff hunt. As for Penguins, they clinch a playoff spot and look to finalize their seeding next week when they go up against the Fireman, who they previously beat in Week 1 of this year, or Week 2 of this year. Plans will finish out the year playing division rival Ivory Tower Power and look to be the spoiler as Power looks to clinch a playoff berth as well.